Hello, hello. In this video, I'm going to take a quick look at the Retevis HA1UV. This is a dual band 2 meter 440 amateur radio. And there's a lot of guys out there that have done videos on this already, influencers, if you will. And I feel that they're putting out some great information. However, I would like to focus on something I'm not really sure that people are really talking about it as much as they should. And obviously, I think the first thing is going to be the construction. This thing is built like a little tank, and especially at this price point. This is a very inexpensive radio. It doesn't feel inexpensive, and it doesn't perform like an inexpensive radio. So we have some really quality construction going on here. This kind of reminds me of the old Vertex standard radios of the 90s, as far as how rugged this piece of radio equipment is. I like that the battery is actually really hard to take off. So if you drop this thing, the battery's not going to pop out, or there's not going to be a little tab that breaks or anything like that. I've owned walkie-talkies or handhelds back in the day that have had things like that happen to it. But I think probably a few of my favorite things is the receive audio on this. This actually kind of has that old 90s commercial audio amplifier in it, and audio amplifier and speaker combination. It has a really good sound to it. This is something you could set on the picnic table and hear across camp if you wanted to, and very clearly, I might add. So I really like that. And for guys like me that are a little hard of hearing, it's really sometimes difficult on some of the Yaesu, ICOM, Kenwood type rigs to understand, and I don't have that problem with this. I also like the transmit audio on this. It's very clean, very crisp, and very forward sounding, quite honestly. This does have an adjustment. You can switch between like a high and low modulation output. I use this at high, and then I don't have to close talk it. I can kind of back away from it a little bit. I really don't like getting up to a radio device when I'm transmitting. I just don't feel right about that. So when you turn the audio control to its higher setting, you can actually kind of back off of the thing and still get really good modulation performance. Now I'm used to the twin brother of this. That is the HA1G, if I remember correctly. That is the GMRS FRS version of this, and we've had that one for 9 or 10 months now, and it worked out really well. It's a very, very rugged device. So when I was asked to take a look at this, I was like, sure, no problem, I will, because it looked again identical. And it is. You can actually put the two devices next to each other, and you really can't tell the difference. The only thing is I put the little handy strap on this one, and I did not have that on the clone brother. Okay, so I'm kind of old school. I don't really like very complicated radios. I like them pretty simple. Say like the old Yaesu FT411s. The 470, stuff like that. I prefer radios like that, really old school. They're very easy to program from the front. This one didn't work out that way for me. I'm having a problem adapting to some of the newer stuff. But what I did is I went and downloaded the software program for this from the Retevis website, and I'll leave links to that down below. And that was not very hard to grasp for me. It was pretty easy. And once I familiarized myself with that software, this was really easy to program. And it comes with the programming cable on this, by the way, as I'm sure you've seen in other videos. But once you get it programmed for your repeaters, your offsets, and then I do some simplex work as well. Actually, mostly simplex, but I've got all the local repeaters in here. Some of my favorite simplex frequencies, and it's just basically you just turn the thing on and forget about it, right? Like you just turn it on. Actually, I had it on, so we'll power it off. Anyway, you just turn it on, and then use the little rotary selector here to choose what frequencies you want. Now, if you spin it really fast, there is some lag, some delay time. okay? And I've gotten used to that. I just don't really go very fast. That's kind of a little weird thing about it. But other than that, that's really about probably one of my only complaints. I think the other complaint I have is that this screen can wash out in the sunlight. But, you know, cup your hand around it and see what frequency you're on, and you're pretty much good to go. All right, I like the big push to talk button here. You definitely can't miss that. We have a couple other little buttons here on the side. We have 2 buttons. Each one of these buttons is a dual function button. So you short press it, you can get a function. You push and hold, you can get another function. And I use this for power output, and I use this one down here for FM radio. This does have a built-in FM radio receiver in it, which I like very much. It's a very sensitive receiver. In these low dollar, you know, Baofeng type walkie-talkies, that FM receiver is not the greatest, quite frankly, and this one blows those away. So I really like that. And then, of course, I get a really good runtime out of this. You know, depending on what wall wart I'm using, it takes about 4.5 hours for this thing to charge. That being said, once I charge it, I can get 4 days of monitoring time out of this. And now that's 8 to 10 hour days, sometimes more, sometimes less. Again, I really think it kind of depends on what wall wart I'm using. Now, if I'm going to do a mixed transmit and receive, you know, I get about 3 days out of it. And I think that's pretty darn good. I really do. So anyway, basically with the GMRS FRS version, I just charge the thing at home and I can take it out camping with this and, you know, go the whole darn weekend. So not a problem. It has the proper SMA connector for the antenna. That's an SMA female, so I like that. Now, talking simplex across the Salt Lake Valley, you know, I can go about 14 miles with the OEM antenna. When I add on some of my other extended range antennas, it's been kind of hit and miss on if I get any better performance. So my recommendation is leave this on there and try it with that. So anyway, there you go. I'm not going to go very much longer on this. I'm very happy with this radio. I'm glad I have it. And again, beautiful sounding audio coming out of this thing. That's what I really like. The transmit and receive audio, again, once you get used to the programming software, even a low-tech guy like me can grasp that fairly quickly. You program the thing in and you just, you know, you turn it on and run it. That's just basically it. You don't have to fiddle-faddle with a lot of stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'd appreciate any feedback that you have. Please leave all those comments for and again down in the comment section. And if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, I'd appreciate it if you would do so. Cheers.